Heartbreak can mimic addiction, much like the same way a trauma bond can mimic real love. It can give you the exact same effect without having the same meaning. And a lot of people think they're heartbroken when they're actually just addicted. It feels the same and it's very difficult to tell apart. So in this video, I want to go over the differences between an actual addiction and heartbreak. Love is steady, it's calming. Addiction is anxious. Real love will bring you peace, but addiction creates withdrawal symptoms. And oftentimes when you're going through a breakup and you start to feel these things, and yes, you're heartbroken over the other person, absolutely, but what it really is most of the time is addiction, because the other person isn't dead. So what you're really mourning isn't the other person. It may be the relationship, sure, but more often than not, what you're mourning or what you're feeling is actually the withdrawal symptoms from not getting your hit from them. That's why often anxiety in a partner is a good indicator of a toxic relationship, because like I said, love is calming. And when at least one or both partners start to become anxious, it's a real good sign that there's a lot of compatibility issues and that love may not actually be involved. It may just be future or fantasy projection. You're not craving your ex, you're craving the feeling you got when you were with her. You're craving how she made you feel, because maybe for once in your life, she made you feel like you were enough. Like you didn't have to get a Bugatti to turn her head. Like you didn't have to be the funniest guy or damn near best looking guy in the room in order to attract her. She made you feel like who you were as a person, deep down to your core, was enough for her, was enough for the world. And it sounds harsh, but what you are chasing is her validation. This is a mistake a lot of people make, is they mistake that validation, that yearning for it, that craving for it, for actual love. And we know this because that validation can be given from anyone who finds you attractive. This is why Tinder is so popular. Your ex will go on Tinder, swipe all day, and will get compliments all day long simply based on how she looks. And especially if you're a good looking guy, you get the same thing. Maybe not to the same degree, but you still get the same thing. Many more options than the guy who's not. Now ask any hot girl you know how her experience has been on Tinder, because I guarantee you it's something along these lines. Yes, she can get matches all day long from men, even men that she finds attractive, but she'd give every single one of those men up for the man that she actually wants, and it's probably usually an ex. This is one of those things that's a two-edged sword. It's like really good to hold on to when you're trying to get an ex back, because you can linger and last in her mind and her nervous system. But when you're with someone and you want that relationship to work, like that thought is always in the back of your mind. Is she really over an ex? Like, am I silently competing for her attention? And there's a saying that's especially true when it comes to women and dating. It's that you never win silver. You only lose the gold. Your brain on a breakup. Breakups have the same effect on your brain as drug withdrawal does. Dopamine, oxytocin, cortisol, all of those spike when she leaves. Her attention is like a hit from those drugs. Her silence is a forced withdrawal. It's forcing you to go cold turkey. That's why it's so hard for men to reach out. That's why no contact hurts so bad. It's withdrawal. You're detoxing from her, and I mean that literally. This is why those moments, those low moments that you have where you miss her, like you can go all day at work, all day at school, and yeah, you miss her, yeah, you still think about her, but like, you know, she's in the back of your mind, you're just trying to move on with life, and then when you get home, you've had something to eat, you lay down in your bed, you're scrolling through your phone, and it hits you hard. Like out of nowhere, how much you miss her. You start to scroll, you start to tap on her social media accounts, you're starting to stalk her now. You're wondering what she's doing. You're looking at the new guy that's commented on her new pic. You're stalking him. You're stalking his exes. You're comparing yourself to him, you know? What you're looking for is the same hit of validation that you got from her while you were in that relationship. It's the comparison to her new man that you think is in her life that might give you another hit of validation by comparing yourself to him, because maybe you have a nicer car, maybe you're funnier, maybe you're better looking. And those are the little things that you hold on to because it's the validation that you're getting from her without her even knowing. And it's okay, because your ex is definitely doing this too. She's comparing how she looks to your new girlfriend. This isn't even uncommon. Like everybody does this to varying degrees. Don't forget, in every single one of my videos, in the description above, there's a link. Click it if you want to get serious about your situation. Schedule something with me. And another reason it's so much harder on the person trying to quit cold turkey is because that person has no choice but to quit cold turkey. Your ex knows that they can reach out to you at any time and text you, get a hold of you, call you, hit you up for another date, hit you up maybe just for sex. They know that they can do that. And it's because they know what they can have that makes it easier. Think of it like nails on a chalkboard. Like if you hear it, it's annoying. We stop our ears at it. It's annoying, right? We don't like it. But if you do it, If you're the one who's raking your nails on a chalkboard, it's so much easier for you because you're in control of that dynamic. The same thing goes for relationships. When you're the one to end it, yes, it's painful and it absolutely hurts the person that ends the relationship as well. But it's easier for them because they're the ones causing the pain. You're the one that has to sit there and deal with it. You're the one that has to detox while they have the option. The difference is something akin to a person going on a diet as opposed to somebody who cannot eat because they can't afford to eat. It's like one of those things is healthier than the other, okay? Why you feel so powerless. Addiction is not about her. It's about how you feel or what you got when you were with her. And by contrast, it's how little you feel without her. I could make a dick joke right now, and it would be inappropriate, but at least it'd be short. Terrible joke. It's awful. And it's very natural for your partner to become your main emotional regulator in life. Like, think about it. You go to work and your boss is a total dick. Your coworkers are all giving you a bunch of shit. You come home and your freaking dog doesn't even want to listen to you. But if your woman is there with a smile on her face, greets you at the door with a hug and with dinner on the table, like, what more could you really ask for in life, bro? And that's a clue that she's the main regulator in your life. Unfortunately, when that regulator leaves or breaks down, you're going to have a real hard time building yourself back up. If you think of it like a business, it's like you outsourced your own emotional control, your confidence, your security, and God forbid, your entire purpose. And now that you're without that, it's the silence that just feels like death. It feels like permanence. The mistakes that men make, trying to fix the addiction with her. You think if you get her back, that it'll make you feel better. And this is what I try to hammer home in every single one of my videos as a short-term strategy. Absolutely. If you want to reach out to your ex and talk to her or whatever, most guys can get a response. And they could even get a half-hearted response. It's not going to be the one you want. But yeah, man, go ahead, reach out. You'll be able to get her to respond. But I'll tell you this, at best, she's not going to entertain that for long. So what you'll end up doing is over pursuing that. You'll end up breaking frame. You'll end up getting dopey, getting needy, start begging, start chasing because you're really chasing that hit because you're not getting the same full effect from that hit. It's like half off or something. So you need to try twice as hard for the exact same feeling. And all it does is leave you crashing later because she can never give you that again. Contact will absolutely give you a small hit of temporary relief, but in exchange, it makes the crash worse whenever she leaves again. And she's going to leave again. Replacing her with another woman, just like reaching out to your ex and getting that small hit of validation, you could actually get a similar hit with a new woman. Now, it won't quite be the same. It'll be a different flavor. But my God, isn't a little bit of flavor better than no flavor, right? Well, not necessarily. If you're still hung up over your ex, you're still going to be addicted to it. It's like taking a bunch of a new drug, hoping to get over your addiction for the old one. It's like, that's not the way to go, okay? You're going to end up hurting yourself much more. You're not over her. You're not healed. You're just trying to distract yourself. This is why rebounds tend to prolong the emotional dependency. Now, here's the thing. Again, this is really good if you're trying to get your ex back because she feels a small part of this as well. That same emotional dependency that's keeping you hooked on her is the same one that will end up pulling her back because oftentimes the modern woman will go out and grab someone as quickly as possible and she'll run that loop with him as long as she can. But guess what's waiting for her at the end of that loop? You are. She never got over her addiction to you any more than you got over your addiction to her. And those addictions can last for literally years. And you wonder to yourself why years later your exes are going to reach out to you, or months later usually. They reach out to you and they seem so warm. They seem to want to try again. And it's like, where did this come from? This is so random. But that's the thing, it's not random. She's just distracting herself with a new drug, and once that new drug wears off, she realizes that her old addiction is still there. She didn't actually deal with the addiction, she just went on to another one. And of course, what ends up happening is because neither of you are healed yet, you'll end up repeating the same patterns. You are both the same variables entering into the same equation, and you're going to get the same result. Making her your only sense of meaning. This is when you exchange your purpose for your emotional dependency. This looks like an addict selling their stove, selling their silverware just to get another hit. It's like your entire identity depends on how she sees you. And yeah, that's not healthy. That's not empowerment. That's enslavement. You gave her emotional control. Now, I know that it's very natural for that to happen in a relationship, but you stopped leading your life and you started letting her lead yours. And before she even left, That's how obsession begins, when you start to put her in front of your own needs as a man. And let me just say this, you can absolutely care about her needs and even place her needs on a pedestal. She just can't be placed above yours, above your purpose in this life. How to break the addiction. Stop externalizing the healing that you need to do. She will not give you closure. She cannot magically heal you. You and only you can do that. So don't bring it up. You don't need to bring up relationships, how much you still care about her, any talk at all about closure. Now, if she brings those things up, that's a good thing. You keep her talking about those things. That's absolutely fine. But the work that you need to do with yourself is all internal. Externalizing your healing is you leaning on something. Now, this could be anything from another woman to drugs, alcohol, partying, these things along the same line. Whatever will take up a lot of your time and emotion and energy, even if it's perceived as good. We could classify video games, watching movies along the exact same lines here. All of those things let you lean on them as an external crutch for your healing, and it never works. All of it is just a distraction if the inner work is not done. You need to learn how to detach. And it doesn't mean that you stop feeling for her. It doesn't mean you stop caring for her. It doesn't even mean that you stop loving her. You're detaching from the outcome. And this is a Buddhist belief that all attachment is the root cause of suffering. And there's a lot of truth in that, especially when it comes to your relationships. Detaching means that you're detaching from the outcome. No matter what she does, it does not affect your mood. Now, this is one of those things that's much easier said than done. It's like, yeah, okay, well, I'd be a lot happier if I had her back, if she was changed, if she was actually a good person, if she started treating me better. And I understand all that, okay? But oftentimes, what it really means and what you need to do is little things like stop stalking her profile. If you need to mute her on Instagram, so be it. I always tell guys to take 2 weeks off social media whenever they go through a breakup. This will help you regulate yourself, and it'll keep you from slipping up. It'll keep you away from those triggers that make you want to reach out. And the most important point is to redirect that obsession that you have with her. And it's okay to face that. It's obsession. It's addiction. And the best thing that you're going to do is allow yourself the pain. Allow yourself to feel it. Don't run from it. Sit through it. Understand it. Then use that pain as motivation to get the body that you've always wanted, to get the emotional intelligence that you needed to keep that relationship going, and the same emotional intelligence that's going to keep your next relationship going much longer. Let this pain build into discipline for you in your life. This mindset will elevate you to the point to where, yes, it's still addiction, it's still difficult, but you'll keep yourself away from those triggers. You'll keep yourself on the path that as time goes by, you'll become better, you'll become smarter, you'll become stronger, you'll become richer, you'll become much more successful in life, not just with money, but with women and with relationships. Lil bro, lil sis, you've got this, and I've got you. I'll see you in the next one.